This is another gadget cache. As the cacher gets close to the cache, my GPS is telling me it's getting close to ground zero. As I get right here, I'm at ground zero. The name of the geocache is the library. So it's not hard to tell that you're here, although this doesn't look like your typical geocache. It does say, welcome to the library. The name of the cache is the library. There's also a couple more hints. One of the hints is right here at the book return. There's a book that's below the book return that says Unique Hides by West Virginia Tim. So you pretty much know that this is the geocache. As you walk around this, you'll be able to tell that there's really no place here that you can actually get into the cache. Everything here is pretty solid. Underneath, it's the same way. There's really no giveaway here. It's solid. Now, I'm hoping that the geocacher has read the web page. The only thing that makes this unusual are these two bolts. A black bolt here and a red bolt here. Hopefully you've read the cache page. It's giving you some hints. Things like you need to be a well-prepared motorist to get this cache. I've done everything but say you need a pair of jumper cables. But by looking at this cache and looking at the bolts on the side, hopefully the cacher's figured out very easily that it takes a pair of jumper cables. You don't even have to have your car started. I take the jumper cables, and if you'll notice the roof here, it says no entry. There's a no entry sign here, and even up on the top, there's a red box that has no entry. It's kind of hard to see it. So all I'm going to do as a cacher is I'm going to walk up, and it tells you that it gives you a hint right on the cache page which one of these to connect to the bolt. So when I connect it, watch what happens with the cache. Cache comes right up. To take it down, I simply reverse, cache goes down. Very simply, I'm not doing anything at my car, I'm only connecting and the cache appears. All I have to do now is sign the log and to claim this cache. When I leave, I then place the cache back down, and this is the library. Now, how's that work? It's real simple. In the bottom, inside the cache is actually a power antenna. The one here is actually from Gearheads. You can purchase a power antenna. The reason the cache is so tall is because this antenna, and I'll show you pictures, but this antenna is actually mounted on the inside. And so the cache has to be this tall to be able to fit the antenna that goes in there. It's made out of treated plywood. I painted it. I actually put the designs on the, painted the pictures on the outside, covered the outside with plexiglass, sealed up here with a plastic caulk, with a caulking to prevent water from getting in here. And I really wanted to make it look like a library. The other thing I did, notice that the bolts that I used are not the normal Phillips screws, but they're actually bolts that what I'm hoping is the cacher won't have the proper wrench to be able to take this apart, making it a little bit harder to try to break into it should a cacher not be able to figure out that he needs a pair of jumper cables. And I'll show you pictures of the inside of the cache at the end of this video. So welcome to the library. Here's a picture of the inside of the cache with the antenna that I showed you earlier actually mounted. The wires going to bolts on both sides with nuts on both sides. Also found that the antenna needed something to go up and down in, so I put a piece of plumbing pipe that went from the bottom all the way up through the chimney to allow the antenna to go up and down.